Well, it's beginning of March. Mike and I have been trying to find a way to scratch the itch of needing to get outside and be active in the outdoors. So we tried duck hunting a few weeks ago. Didn't really pan out very well. There was too much ice in the areas we wanted to hunt, and the ducks just weren't coming in. Saw lots of ducks, but they were gone a few minutes before legal shooting light. So we didn't get any. So we thought, well, let's find something else to do a few weeks later. And so we're going to get out and head over to Eastern Oregon. I have that one camera that we took down during elk season in the blizzard that we didn't get to set back up. So we have that, and we're going to go see if we can find a place to set it up. Doesn't look like the snow's too bad, so we should be able to get over there, but we're going to try our hand at coyote hunting. We usually see quite a few of them over there, but we're actually going to make use of the time and set up the camera, maybe find some coyotes. We saw that cougar during elk season that crossed out in front of our truck, so maybe we'll get lucky and call one of those in. So Mike's on his way over, and we're going to head out. Should take us a few hours to get there, see what we can find. Hopefully the roads are open. And if you're interested, you can watch the following for kind of a brief on what's going on with Eastern Oregon deer hunting this year and the changes to the units that are going to be made. So this is for those of you who may be unaware of the changes to mule deer hunting in Oregon this year, or for those of you that forgot that the change was coming. I'm not really an expert in all this stuff, but I'm going to do kind of a quick rundown of what I understand to be the new part of the new regulations as far as the hunting units go for mule deer this year. Okay, so do a little bit of a tutorial on what I understand of the new 2026 Eastern Oregon controlled mule deer hunts and the hunting units. Basically, there's a map on ODFW's website that shows you, it's an interactive map that shows you what the old units were, 2025 and before, and 2026 going forward. These new units are indicated by the colorful display here. You can see there's jackknife, North Blues, Fox, Elkhorn, South Wallowas, Painted Hills, stuff like that. And if you zoom in on these, it'll actually give you in white, like here, the boundaries of the previous units. So again, that was last year and prior to last year. They're changing all these units up. I'm told it's just because of the herds and their migration patterns, but I don't know the full details on that. I didn't really get into it. I just wanted to know what the units were changing to so that I could make sure to apply for the hunts I wanted appropriately and not accidentally apply for a new unit that I didn't want to hunt. So, for example, to give you an idea, this unit here, which is going to be called the Crooked River unit, CR01, in that kind of salmon color, you can see that the Ochiko, what used to be the Ochiko unit, indicated here by this white line and this white line up here all the way around, is basically going to be split kind of in half, maybe a little offset from a half. And the northern part of the Ochiko unit is going to be now part of the Painted Hills unit, along with the former Grizzly unit, and looks like a little bit of the Fossil unit. The other part of the Ochiko unit, what used to be the Ochiko unit, is going to go along with the Maury unit and part of the Sylvies unit and become the Crooked River unit. Now, it looks like what you got to watch out for here is the Maury unit. It looks like all of that is going to be incorporated into the Crooked River unit, but only part of the Sylvies unit is going to be incorporated into that. Similar to if you go further east and look at what used to be the entire Sylvies unit here, The Sylvia's unit's basically getting divvied out into 3 different units. It's going to be part of 3 new units. So, the Aldridge unit is this blue one here. So the northern part of the Sylvia's unit is going to be part of the Aldridge unit, and the southern part of the Sylvia's unit is going to be called Sage Hen. So why does this kind of matter? Well, if there are certain areas that you prefer to hunt, if there's certain areas that you prefer to hunt, and these units are getting split up a certain way, like for instance, if you liked to hunt the Ochako unit and you prefer to hunt more up in this area up here to the north, you got to make sure that you're putting in for the correct unit that covers that area. Because if you don't, and you just assume that the Ochako unit is going along into the Crooked River unit, then you might not be hunting the area you want. So up here, if you prefer to hunt up here in the Ochako unit and you draw that tag, it's going to be part of the Painted Hills unit now. And if you prefer to hunt the southern portion of it, then it's going to be part of the Crooked River unit. Now, another part of this goes into, let's say, let's go over here to the Deschutes unit and what used to be the Metolius unit. The Metolius unit's basically going away, and so is the upper Deschutes unit, as you can see here. And it's now just going to be called Deschutes, DE01. Now, if you look here, there's a lot of these are like DG02. So there's the same name units with a different number. So there's technically different units, but you got to be careful and make sure you apply for the right one. But as far as this one goes, there's only one Deschutes unit. And so what's important about this is, and I'm not sure exactly what the point spread was between them, but if I remember right, the Metolius took roughly 5 points, I think, to draw that for deer. And the Deschutes unit maybe took 1 or 2. But now, since they're going to be combined, it's going to be kind of interesting to see what the draw statistics come out to be next year for these new units. Me personally, if I was going to hunt these units for deer, I would probably wait until I would wait and hold on to my points and just go for my point savers for 2026, just to see how the draw statistics pan out, to see who got what, and how many points they had. Those can also be found on ODFW's website. But because the last thing I think you'd want to do, unless it just means so much to you to hunt these units that it doesn't matter if you waste points. But I would wait, because if the upper Deschutes unit took 2 points and the Metolius took 5 points, and maybe together they only take 3 points to draw that tag, as it becomes the Deschutes unit this year, then maybe you're going to waste a few points. If that's not something you want to do, my suggestion is just holding on to your points and wait until next year to see how it shakes out. So, but that's a personal preference. Anyways, that's kind of just a quick rundown of these units and what's going on with them. Just make sure that when you're putting in for your deer tags this year, that you actually look at the areas you like to hunt and figure out which unit they're now in. Some of them may still be in the same unit, in the same area, but it's going to be called something different. So make sure you get the correct code. Make sure that so you know what area you're going to hunt, and so that you don't end up wasting points or getting blindsided by a tag that you didn't expect to get. I hope this information helps. If you find that I'm wrong about this stuff, feel free and let me know. But I did a pretty good took a thorough look at this, and this is the best that I can understand how things are going to be changing. We had to stop because we could see what looked like hundreds of elk way over there. Dang, look up. That's a lot.
Look up. Go all the way up to the top.
Oh yeah, there's somewhere up there too. nice about that is I can cut all that out. You almost go off the road and you can just edit it right out. Maybe I won't. Maybe it's just funny enough. So we're over in the area. That's where we elk hunted last year. It's probably about an hour-ish till dark. So I think what we're going to do is, I'm not too concerned about putting up camp in the dark, but maybe at least find a spot that's kind of open, away from the road, where we can maybe do some calling and see if we can get a coyote to come in, or maybe even a cougar to come in before it gets dark. Might get lucky, and then if we don't, either way, we can just set up our tent and then we'll figure out what we're going to do tomorrow. But it'll take us a few hours to get here. Weather's a lot better than it is over in the valley, which is nice, kind of unexpected. But if we see anything, we'll see if we can get some video of it. Usually we see elk along this road every time we come over here. But
I've already seen the bighorn sheep on the way over here.
Well, yeah, we came over on 84, so saw the bighorn sheep in by the Columbia River there in the Columbia Gorge. Lots of them, a couple different herds of them. That was pretty cool. I don't think I've ever seen them before, but I normally drive, so everyone else is telling me how cool they look when I'm driving. But so yeah, we've already seen some animals. We'll do an update here shortly when we find where we're going to stay for the night. And just like that, a few minutes later, we got some white-tailed deer and some horses. Tried to get my other camera out, but I don't have access to my batteries for that camera. Oh hey, and there's some geese, if anyone cares. All right, we've arrived. Found a camp spot. It's getting too dark to hunt anything, so we're just gonna get out and
Legally.
yeah, legally. Well, we'll just go ahead and turn off the camera here in a little bit. We're gonna set up camp. We've actually found a camp with some wood in it, so set up our tent, think about dinner, just kind of plan what we're gonna do for tomorrow. Yeah, it's kind of nice of them. They left us some wood. Fire pit. Weather's pretty decent. There's a big opening over here that we'll probably check out tomorrow and see if we can call something in, but we'll probably wait till tomorrow to go check that out. All right, first things first, we need warmth.
Don't do this at home, kids.
What, put gas on a fire? No, more.
That's enough.
Yeah, there we go. That'll do. Now we're just gonna have to see how many times we have to do that to keep it going with how wet it is.
Yeah.
All right, so here's the smart way to do this. Do not use a gas can. That can be hazardous to your health. Go ahead, Mike. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good thing it's wet, because I'm pretty sure that would have probably just completely burned the trees down around it. It's taken us a few times to do enough to keep this thing going. It's pretty damp, but we brought some dry wood, so hopefully it'll catch soon. Then we can put our tent up. Home sweet home for at least one night. Clothes nice and dry. Keep the solar panel dry. All right, so we brought the 223 for the coyote. Mike brought his too, and then we got the 300 Win Mag just in case we see a cougar. A little more knockdown power. Oh, well, it's morning. Mike's still laying in bed.
Yep.
I got breakfast going. And the heater. It's not too bad though. Gonna get something to eat. Get some coffee going. We heard a decent group of coyotes last night, right? Yep. And then this morning.
There was one this morning. trying to get something going.
Yeah, so we heard one off to the north over here this morning. Mike did at least, and we heard a group of them kind of off to our west last night. So it's hopeful. Throw out some calls. Never really tried coyote hunting intentionally before, but we'll do it today. So see what happens. Rained a little bit last night. Not too bad though. Heard the coyotes off down that way last night. And then we heard one up that way this morning. So these guys, just for this trip, real inexpensive coyote call. See if we can get something coming in while we're waiting for our breakfast to be made. Coffee?
My
Guns.
Gone.
Oh, I haven't even started drinking mine yet. Try this for 30 minutes or so and see if anything comes in, because this is kind of where the coyotes were last night that we were hearing. Some deer running up there.
Question is, why are they running like that? There's something in there.
I don't know. I just saw their big old tail on one of them. It looked like there's like 3.
Oh no, there was like 5 or 6.
Yeah. Maybe we're calling something in and spooked them out of there.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Nothing's come in here in the last 20-30 minutes. We're gonna go back over here on this other side of this little mound here and throw out a few more calls, and then if nothing comes in, we're gonna go down south. Got a bald eagle being harassed by the crows. Like a bunch of deer hair. Where the carcass is at. Looks like it got dragged down here. Oh yeah. Alright, well, couldn't get anything to come in where we're at, so we're gonna just go do some driving around and maybe go set up this other camera and maybe something will jump out in front of us.
Scout a little bit.
Yeah, scout around. Kind of going between a few different units here, but we've come over here a lot. just this particular road we're on right now we've never been on, so kind of nice to see a new area. We got some turkeys running. Where were you guys during spring turkey season? Nowhere to be. Private property. Well, we were going to go down to that area where we saw the bear during bear season last year and see if, and just go sit out in that marsh and see if anything came in, but
No bueno.
the road is covered in snow about halfway down to that area, and I really don't feel like sliding off the road because it's right on the corner and the road's at an angle, and
it's icy.
I value my truck, and there's ice underneath the snow. So we're gonna go back up to the north here, and we just passed where we camped for elk season. I'm gonna go up here and maybe see about putting up a camera, throwing out some more predator calls up this way. Well, stopped again. This isn't too bad right here for the snow, but it's only going to get worse because we're just going to get higher and higher. So we're just going to go back and find somewhere else to go. Try this spot out for a little bit. That makes me want to gouge my ears out. You know what the other nice thing is about it? You know, it would be nice if it were elk season right now, because, you know, that's always fun, but we don't have to worry about packing anything out.
Right.
We can just sit here. If no coyotes show up, it's we still got to sit here and do nothing. It's the greatest thing. Not sure if that's going to be if you can hear it, but we got a coyote howling down over here. We've only been here about 20 minutes, just throwing out calls every few minutes. Now we got a coyote calling down over here. It sounds like he's getting a little closer too. I'll see if I can get eyes on him. I'll see if I can get eyes on him for you. Well, that coyote was hooting and hollering down back that way for about 10 minutes. Sounded like he kind of moved off, and it sounded like he maybe starting to come back. But he wouldn't commit. We're gonna
Wild
move.
coyote's getting a little wise.
Yeah, he's probably been shot out a few times. People that don't get their elk and they just want to shoot something.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're gonna go try another spot. Keep looking for a place to put that last camera up, but we might actually find a good spot. This other place we're gonna go. All right, so we drove up this road that we haven't been all the way to the end where we're at now, but I've always wanted to come up here because it's kind of on the other side of where we normally hunt. We're gonna put a camera up here just to kind of see what's around. Well, we know the coyotes are around here. Pretty good size. You thirsty?
Not for that.
Need a bath?
Not for that.
Pretty old rub. All right, so we found our spot. We just need to get the tree pegs in.
Camera.
Making sure the camera has a service here. My phone had just a little bit of service, which usually means the cameras have service too. So, but I'll make sure it does before we get everything set up. Never hunted this area, so we're just just like to see. It's not typical for us to hunt around our cameras. This is just more to see if an area is decent or not, to spend the time hunting it. So
We've hunted a lot of areas around this, but never back in this area because there's a lot of people.
And there's roads not too far on either side of us here. We're kind of between a couple of roads, so it's just more curiosity than anything. All right, camera and solar panel are up. Got good cell service here, so give it a little while. It's the only camera we have turned on right now as far as sending pictures. So didn't see much elk sign up here right now. Saw those coyotes or whatever they were, the tracks, and that's about all we've really seen. There's a lot of old elk poop up here. But nothing fresh, no tracks, not even in the snow. So hopefully this is a place they'll come to as the snow melts off. But we'll see. Might have to move the camera again later if it doesn't get any action. So much fun. Go back and have food?
What's that?
Go back and have some food?
Yeah.
Want to eat at the truck?
Huh?
Eat at the truck?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Gosh. How old are you? Yeah, didn't hear me that time either, did you? Huh?
I refuse.
All right, so we're back at camp. We were gonna eat at the truck where we put up the camera, but we decided just to hightail it back to camp. We only have about an hour left of light, so we're gonna take our dinner and our camp chef down to the area we sat at this morning and make some dinner down there and just sit until it gets dark, because it's only about like what, 1/8 of a mile from camp. We're just gonna go sit there till dark and see if we can call anything in. Haven't seen any coyotes, but we've seen one. We heard one. We heard a bunch last night over there. We heard one this morning as we were getting up. So
That looks really good.
this is good. 2, it's like 6 of them. Well, it's only a few minutes to the end of legal shooting light.
Saw about 6 deer came in.
Yeah, saw those.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
They were not disturbed by our calls.
They didn't care. They're probably going, what the heck is that? No coyotes. We don't really, this is the first time we've ever come over here to actually, with the intent of hunting coyotes, so we're not too serious about it. It's just more of an excuse to get out into the woods and decompress a little bit. So we'll try again in the morning for maybe 30 minutes or an hour or something, then we're going to head home. But we've seen quite a few animals, and that's kind of what we come over here for, especially during the off season. So we're going to back to camp. Already ate, so we'll probably just sit around the fire for a bit and then head to bed and get up about 5.
Sounds good.
All right. Made you fire. All right, last morning. Back out of the spot we were at last night. We're only going to be here for 30 to 60 minutes, and we got to head back. So haven't seen anything yet, but it's just getting light enough to see out in front of us. So give it a little bit of time, and hopefully we can get something to come in. Well, couldn't get anything to come in. We're back at the truck. Got to head home. Got to work tonight. But we're going to take a little bit of a longer ride out of here, where there's a lot more public land in case we do see something. Most of the time we see them crossing the road or just on the roadside. So might get lucky. Otherwise, it was a nice nature sightseeing trip. There.